Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make one of these beaded Easter eggs that I've come up with. And you can do this using size 6 and size 8 beads like I have here for these two. Or you can do it with size 8 and size 11 seed beads, but it does begin to lose its shape slightly the smaller you go. So the best size is to use size 6 beads. So let's get started. So to make one of these you will need some size 6 seed beads in 2 different colours and some size 8 seed beads in 1 colour, and that's if you want to follow the same pattern that I'm doing here. You will also need some fireline. I'm using £6, and your beading needle. And that's it, so let's get started. So you're going to thread your needle and then start by picking up 3 of the colour that you want to be the main colour and slide those down. And leave a few inches for the tail, and then you're going to sew up through the first one again. So you have this. And now we're going to pick up 1 of your same colour and go straight into the next bead, like that. Do the same again, pick up 1, coming out of this one, we're going to go into this one. And last one for this row, pick up your last size 6 bead, you're coming out of this one, you're going to this one, and you're also going to step up into this one as well. So you're going through those 2 beads. So you have this. Okay, so now you're going to pick up 2 of your size 6 beads, and you're coming out of this one here, you're going to skip that one and go into that next one, which is on the point of the triangle. And do that again, pick up 2. Now you're coming out of this one, you're going to skip that one and go into the next one. And the same again, pick up 2, you're coming out of this one, you're going to skip that one, go through that one. And then you're also going to go through the next 2 beads as well. So you're going through 3 altogether there. Pull it really tight and it should start to bunch up like that. Now you're going to pick up another one, same colour. Coming out of here, you're going to skip over that one underneath and go through the next one, like that. Now you're sitting between this group of 2, you're going to pick up 1 bead and you're going to go directly into the next bead. It's going to sit just between those 2 from the row below. Now you're going to pick up another one, skip over this next bead and go through the one after that. Between a group of 2 again, so pick up 1, coming out of here, and you're going to go through this one next to it. Now you pick up 1, you're coming out of this bead. If you can see that, you're coming out of this bead here, you're going to skip that one underneath and go through the next one. Now you're going to pick up the last bead of the round. So you're between this group of 2, so you're going to go straight into the next bead and then also through that one that's above it as well. And then put your finger inside like that and pull it really tight. Now you have this. Now we're going to switch to our size 8 beads, and you're going to pick up 2 of your size 8s. Coming out of here, and you can see all these ones that are just sticking up, so we're going to be going through those. So pick up 2, coming out of this one, so you're going to skip that one underneath and go through the next one that's on the top row, like that. And you're going to do that all the way around. So pick up 2, skip 1, and go into the next one. Pick up 2, skip over 1 and go into the next one, and keep doing that 3 more times. Okay, so I'm just adding the last one, so the same again, you're going to go through that next bead, but this time you're also going to go through those first 2 8-ohs that you added, so that you're in the top row ready to start your next round. And you see how that's come kind of loose there, you're just going to pull it really tight and bring it back together. Okay, so now we're going to switch back to our size 6 beads, and this time we're going to be using your second colour. So I'm going to pick up one of my pink beads, coming out of these 2 here, skip that size 6 underneath and go through the next 2 8-ohs. Like that. Same again, pick up one of your pinks, or whatever colour you're using. Coming out of these 2, you're going to go through the next 2 size 8 beads. That. Pick up one, skip over that one, go through the next 2 size 8 beads, and do that all the way around. And when you get to the last one, go through those last 2 size 8s and also up through that first size 6 pink that we added. And then you're going to want to pull it really tight. So now you should have something that looks a bit like this. Okay, so sticking with the second colour, so sticking with the pink for me, I'm going to pick up 2 pinks and go into the next pink bead on the top row. Pick up 2 more, coming out of this one, go into the next pink one on the top row. Do that all the way around. Pick up 2, go into the next size 6 on the top row. Okay, so going into the last one there on the top row, also going to go through the following 2, the first 2 that we added in this row. There we go, give it a tug, pull it tight. Now we're switching back to our first colour. I'm going to pick up 1, and we're coming out of this group of 2 here. I'm going to skip 1 pink one and go through the next 2. Like that. So we're going through those groups of 2 that we added in the previous row. So pick up 1, skip that single pink bead and go through the next 2 pink beads after that. Okay, same again, pick up 1, skip over that next bead, go through the following 2. And keep going, pick up 1, skip over 1, go through 2. And again, you're going to do that all the way around. Skipping over 1, go through the following 2. Here's the last one of the round, so I've picked up the 1, coming out of here I'm going to skip that one, go through these 2 and also up through that 1 turquoise bead that I've just added in that last row. So we have this, and give it a really good tug tight. So now you've got this. So we are actually building, this is going to be the top of the egg. We're building upside down. So now, still working with your first colour, pick up 2. I'm just going to be putting 2 beads here in between all of those single beads there. So pick up 2, go through the next one on the top row. Pick up 2, skip the pink ones, go through the next turquoise one on the top row. Pick up 2, skip those pink, go through the next turquoise one. And again, do that all the way around. And when you get to the last one, as always, you need to step up. So I'm going to skip those 2, go through the next turquoise one, and also through the 2 after that, the first 2 that we added in this row, and pull it tight. So we have this. Okay, this time I'm going to switch back to my second colour, so the pink, picking up 1 bead, coming out of this group of 2 here, going to skip that single one underneath and go through the next group of 2. And again, pick up 1, skip 1 underneath and go through the next 2. So it's the same as what we did before. So pick up 1, coming out of here, skip this one underneath, go through the next 2. And do that all the way around. Pick up 1, skip over 1, go through the next 2 on the top row. Pick up 1, skip over 1, go through the next 2. So here I'm adding the last one, so I'm going to go through those 2 like I have all the way around, and then also through that pink one that's on the top row now. And pull it tight as always. So you've got this half an egg. So now we're going back to our first colour, our main colour. So pick up 2, coming out of this pink one, go through the next 6 on the top row, the next pink one for me. Okay, same again, pick up 2 more, coming out of this one, go through the next one on the top row. Pick up 2, go through the next one, pick up 2, go through the next one. Pretty self-explanatory by now. So here we go, pick up your last 2, skip over those 2, go through the next one, and also through those 2 there, the first 2 that we added in this row. So we've got this. Now we're going to be sticking with our base colour, our main colour, but we're just going to be picking up 1 bead. So I'm coming out of this group of 2 here, I'm going to skip that one underneath and go through the next 2. Pick up 1 turquoise, skip that pink underneath and go through the next 2 beads. Same again, pick up 1, skip that one underneath, go through the next 2. You can probably see a pattern here. Pick up 1, skip that one underneath and go through the next 2. And keep going all the way around. So go through the next 2. Also, sorry if you've been hearing my budgie really loud during all of this. He's in the same room with me today. So pick up your last one, go through the next 2, and then step up into that bead above as well. Pull it really tight. Same thing again, picking up 1 bead again. So pick up 1, you're coming out of here, this time you're going to skip the 2 underneath and go through the next one on the top row. Again, pick up 1, skip over 2, go through the next single bead. Pick up 1, skip 2, go through 1. Keep doing that all the way around, pick up 1 and go through the next one on the top row. Okay, so I'm on the last one, so I'm going to go through that last bead there and then step up as ever into the row above. This time you're going to want to pull it really tight because that's going to be where it starts to really close up. So give it a really good pull tight before you carry on. Now we're switching to our size 8 beads again. And you're just going to be adding 1 bead. So coming out of this one, skip over the one underneath and go through the next one. Coming out of this one, skip that one underneath and go through the next one. Same again, pick up 1, skip 1, go through the next one. And again, do that all the way around till you get to the end of the row. And when you get to the end of the row, do the same thing again and also step up into that first 8-0 that we added. And you're going to want to pull that tight so that we have this. Now this time we're sticking with our size 8s. You're going to pick up 1, coming out of this one you're going to go through the next size 8 and the size 8 after that, like that. Same again, coming out of this one here, going to go through the next two, pick up one, and you're going to go through the next two size 8s. And again, pick up one, go through the next two size 8s, you might have to do that one at a time. And step up into the bead above. Pull it really tight. So now you can see we've got these 3 beads on the top. We're going to add one in between each of those. So pick up one bead and go into the next one in that triangle. And pick up another one, and coming out of this one you're going to go into the next bead that's on the top row. And pick up one more bead, and coming out of this one you're going to skip those 2 and go into the next one that's on the top row and pull it tight, and then step up into the bead above and circle through those last 3 size 8s that you added to bring it all together tightly. So now you have this. So that's the egg finished, and now all you need to do is go back through and tie your knots. And also it can get a little bit loose while you're working on it and wobbly, so if you want to go back through, sew through as many beads as you can that will just tighten it back up and strengthen it, and then go ahead and tie your knots, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay, so I've tied my knots, and now my thread's exiting out of this pink bead here. As you can see, what I'm going to do is thread my needle under that little bridge of thread there, and then pull it down until I get a small loop and pass my needle through the loop 2 times, and then pull it down tight, and the knot's going to close around that bridge of thread that you put your needle under. Now you're going to pass through a few more beads. You should never cut your thread off right next to your knot or it could unravel. And go ahead and tie as many knots as you like to make it really secure, and do the same with your tail thread as well. So that's what the finished eggs look like, and I hope you were able to make one of these and it turned out really well, and I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And if you did make one, I'd love to see. If you're on Instagram, please tag me. I'm at Beading by Hannah, the same as here. And I'd love to see what colour combinations you decide to use. So let me know if you make one, and comment down below anything else you'd like to see, and like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe if you haven't already to see more of my videos. So again, I hope you found this video helpful and enjoyed it, and thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.